We continue the show. Are you ready to continue the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now you're talking about. And the next comedian, she came from New York, okay? She came from New York. Her name is like this month, okay? Her name is Happy November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here I am, and now I'm in California. I was in a small town in Northeast called Brooklyn. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but that's where I was born many years ago. And I had a grandmother. How many of you had grandmothers, or were you hatched?
Woo, woo, woo.
Well, I call my grandmother Bubby. Some people say Savta or Nona. That's my grandmother. I had her stuffed. And she told me, marry your own kind. I said, Bubby, the women don't want me. Gil, bless his heart. Wonderful show. I love all the comics. I'm going to adopt you all. You're so adorable and young. And anyway, I said, how much time do I have? He says, well, do you have a type 5? I said, young man, I have not been tight since Woodstock. 1969. Nothing's tight anymore. And
Yeah.
the only thing I remember about Woodstock is the back seat of a 57 Chevy. I was on top. And Gil was talking about my name, November. Yes, that is my name, Miss November. Check it out. 1965, I was a centerfold. Yes, I was. You could check it out. That magazine's called Guns and Ammo. I'm the one holding an AK-47. Now in Yiddish, an AK is an alta kaka, which means old fart, and that's me right now. And Gil was talking about he got married, big hand for him, but big deal. I've been married for over 50 years. Hold your applause. The first 50 are the hardest. It's a cakewalk. And you know, you want to spice up certain things. Gil always says you don't get sex after you're married, but you know, I'm a young, hot chick. You could tell by just looking at me, right, Courtney? You could tell that. And so I read Cosmo magazine, and I know Billy Joe reads it too. Cosmo told me, if you want to get some action, you greet your significant at the door wearing nothing but saran wrap. Well, I tried it. After all, I was Miss November. I tried it. My significant other looks at me up and down and up and down, said, leftovers.
There's leftovers.
So I decided I'll do something even more radical, Gil. I had my nipple pierced. This one. And he's looking at me. Gil is playing with Mr. Happy as we're talking. They have Mr. Happy in Israel? I don't know. But anyway, it's your schmeckel. And all these good-looking guys have got me so verblinded, let me tell you. So having a nipple pierce, that's real sexy. But it didn't work out because the ring kept getting caught in my shoelaces. I went from a 38C to a 38 long. Very long. Very, very long. I know Billy Joe said she worked in a nursing home. So did I. The #1 health problem, constipation. Oh, shit. I recommend Metamucil margaritas. You're probably too young to know what that is. Or prune daiquiris. If that don't work, take Granny bungee jumping. I don't know if they have that in Italy, Bruno, but bungee jumping is guaranteed to knock a few rocks out of Granny's colon. And let me tell you, this is now the science portion of this show. I'm a doctor. The human colon can hold up to 15 pounds of fecal material. That's shit. So I'm not fat, I'm just FOS. Full of, I got cursed by some of these other sluts you saw. Anyway, so in 2020 sucked the big one. It's not happening for me. But I hope, God willing, I'm here because I'm a little older than you. I don't have a uterus. My teeth are not my own. My bladder is on the floor, but you shouldn't know from it. But 2021, you'll see the book by Dr. Abby. It's called Lube It or Lose It. Sexuality from puberty, which Courtney is a puberty, or till you plots like me. And the chapter that I love the most, Billy Joe, is lubrication.
Yeah.
Gay guys out there, and you older women who are all dried up, you need lubrication. This is a scientific fact, right, Gil? You need that lubrication. And don't spend money on KY. Don't spend money on all those products, right? Go to the natural source. If you live in the Midwest of the US, use corn oil. If you live in the South, like my good buddy Dave, use lard. It's edible. It's edible. It's recyclable. And if you're kosher, like I am, use chicken fat. Now, chicken fat is healthy. You could use it for your skin. You use it for lubrication. You could make soup out of it. It's recyclable. Isn't that wonderful? Instead of these things like KY and Replens and Astroglide and all that crap. All right, so you heard that first. Buy my book. But I know before I have to leave, and I'm not talking about those grandkids, because all they think is a big fat ATM, Abby's technical machine, and they just call, well, before the show, Bobby, I need this, Bobby, I need that. Anyway, and my beautiful younger sister and her handsome husband, George, all the way from Ventura, are watching, and I want you to know if there's any crazy people in the US, she's a shrink, and she's very good. She can. I used to be Jerry Springer, but look at me now. And,
Yeah.
anyway, so Lube It or Lose It, buy the book, but I'm going to leave you with only buy truthful advertising products, right? Why do they call nursing homes Golden Pond? Why don't they just call it God's waiting room? Okay? And you know those adult diapers? I know that Gil's wearing one now. I know I don't get anyway, they call it Depends. Why don't you just call it Oops? There it is. And you know the feminine hygiene spray, Billy Joe, what do they call it? Summer's Eve. Why don't you just call it Tuna Be Gone? Thanks, Margie and George. I love you all. I want to come back soon. I love you. Shalom Aleichem. What else should I say? Just Godspeed, happy Thanksgiving. Be safe, be well, and use my lubricants, chicken fat or lard. Signing off.
Happy November! Yeah.